Hey everybody, welcome to Move On Mondays. I am so glad to be talking to you from Rybnik, Poland. So when you read that tagline and it says that it is time for us to move freely about, guess what? I really mean it. And I'm not telling you to do something that I myself am not willing to do. So here we go. I did a live the other night and it was called Let's Talk 2021. Hey everybody, come on, share this while it's live and let's get others on. So I did a live the other night called Let's Talk 2021 because it is time for us now to be planning for the future. You do know you have a Father and therefore you have a future. So He is still moving freely about. Are you? Because it is time to move freely about. It is not time to go into lockdown and restriction. Now listen, I'm talking more about what happens inside of you, really, than what's happening outside of you. So I told everybody the other night, I said, you know, on Friday, my husband and I are getting ready to get on a plane, if they let us, and we're going to fly into Amsterdam. And when we get to Amsterdam, if they let us, then we're going to step into the European Union and continue on into Poland, because we knew that we were coming not only to be a part of a follow-up conference in Legnica, but that we were also coming to be in strategy meetings, getting ready now for what's going to happen in 2021. You see, you've got to be ready. That means you have to do some things now to be ready for later on. And so it's so important that when we talk about these things, that we are that message. Not just that we're telling other people what they should do. We're not talking theory, right? We're talking reality. Are you ready to move freely about with the Father? Are you ready to do what's necessary now to get you ready to move freely about? Because I can tell you this, the enemy wants to restrict you, and the Lord wants to ignite you. And He is wanting to ignite those who will start moving freely about. So I'm going to tell you this, that I believe this. I've been saying this now for the past few days because it's hitting me so strongly that I believe that those who are moving freely about, whether you oversee a church, an organization, a business, wherever you're at, schools, academies, whatever it may be, if you are moving freely about, you are about to become a most popular place, because people are about to go from being afraid to being absolutely tired of the undue restrictions that are coming. Now, restrictions that are necessary and that are wise, that's one thing. But I think we all know that there are things that are coming that are absolutely getting into the ridiculous category. And if we are not willing to move when God says move, then we will never know the grace that awaited us, the grace that was provided for us to be able to do what God is giving us to do. And so we've got to be ready. Are you ready to be that popular? All right? Are you ready to be the place and the people that others are seeking out because they see you simply moving forward? Welcome to Move On Mondays. I'm Nancy McCready. If this is your first time on a live with us, then I am so glad for it. So welcome. Share this while you can. Share while it's live and when you see this on the repost. But this is very important to understand. You're not going to be popular because you worked really hard to try to be popular. Sometimes it might be a popularity that you're not totally comfortable with. But I'm telling you, people are about to hit a place that they are tired of being jerked around like rag dolls, being told one thing one day and one thing the next. And they're going to begin to say, no, we're going to move freely about. We've got to live. We cannot be completely shut down and flourish at the same time. Because remember, the seat at your Father's table, the table that He sets for you, is one where you flourish in the presence of your enemies. Not in the absence of your enemies, where you flourish in the presence of your enemies. Now, this is going to take some intense learning inwardly. We're on a huge learning curve. Everybody's a pioneer right now, huh? Can I get some emojis from all the pioneers out there? People that feel like they're on a whole new frontier and they're like, I've never lived this way before. I'm not really sure I know how to live this way. All right, but we are learning. The scripture says that Jesus learned obedience through the things that he suffered, meaning the things he endured. He didn't look for a rescue. He didn't get out of it. He didn't shut down. He didn't pout. It says that he learned obedience. How many of you know if we're the sons of God, we're going to go the same way that Jesus did? And we're going to have to learn obedience in this time. And if you're going to move freely about and you determine that fresh air is the only air you want to breathe, then I'm telling you, you're about to become one of the most popular people and popular places. Because people are looking where they can get their children educated. They're looking where they can get what they need. They're looking to increase and begin to see where they are able to move freely, getting to see those tent pegs stretched out. And we need to get ready right now. Because I'm telling you, 2021 is coming, and it is quite a future that's ahead of us. So I want you to be encouraged today, all right? Now, I'm here in Poland. Gwen and I are, and we are working, having strategy meetings right now. I'm getting ready to head back over there, but I didn't want to miss out on Move On Monday. But I just wanted to give you an encouragement today. I'm not telling you everybody needs to hop on a plane and go somewhere. This is the specific for me that I am to do. But I'm third time into Europe since August, and fairly effortlessly, legally and righteously, with proper invitations, proper exempt status, done proper. Do you hear what I'm saying? But we would never know that that was possible if we weren't willing to just keep right on walking. So what I'm saying to you is not go hop on planes. What I'm saying to you is, what does it look like for you to obey God today? What does your personal obedience to him look like today? Because I promise you this, there's going to be movement involved. It is time for movement. I tell you what, it is time for movement. It is time to move freely about. Do not let anything else be controlling you inwardly or outwardly today other than God himself. He is going to lead you wisely. He's going to lead you steadfastly. He is going to lead you intelligently. You will be stable and steadfast, yet there will be a steady urgency that begins to operate inside of you. Not being an alarmist, you're not in freak out mode. We're talking about simply, steadily, with an urgency within that it is important that I obey God today, right now, in this set of circumstances. That's what I mean by a steady urgency. Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's great to see you guys. So coming to you right now from Rybnik, Poland. Just spent a few days in Krakow, and when we finish here in Rybnik here in a couple of days, we're going to head to Legnica. And there we're going to be a part of the follow-up conference there. The theme is preparing the church for awakening and persecution. So it's important. It's important what we're doing right now. We're not getting ready to just have some nice, quiet Christian life. We are not getting ready to run around wild. We are not getting ready to do anything but to move with the Lord in the way that he's calling us to. So what does that look like for you today? You know, when I did this live the other night, and I would strongly encourage you to go to my YouTube channel, Nancy McCready YouTube channel, and check out Let's Talk 2021 and listen to it, because in it I start provoking you about getting ready for 2021. But one of the things that I shared on there, and then I'm going to close out for today, all right, was, are you a feral person or a free person? Now, this was an unusual word for me because I kept hearing this word, feral, and the only time I heard it was when it was talking about like feral cats. I was like, what is this word? And why do I keep hearing it? And so I finally looked it up. And it started out, this definition was when living, listen to this carefully, when living in a freedom-starved place, you actually begin to forget what it's like to instinctively and intuitively live the life that you're called to. So I asked the question, are you a feral person or are you a free person? Are you living in a freedom-starved place where you are forgetting what it means to live free? Are you allowing all of this that's going on, are you allowing it to blunt the blade of your life? Or are you moving freely about where God is able to keep you sharp and sober and alert? My friends, we're not going to live in a freedom-starved place and say that we belong to God. I'm telling you, He's going to feed you freedom right inside of you, spirit to spirit. He's going to feed you what you need to be able to live the life He's called you to and to supply for you what it is that you need. I am a living witness to this right now. Okay, so this isn't some big glamorous, some big, I'm just telling you, we just putting one foot in front of the other and doing what we're given to do. And that is what I want to encourage you to do today. And I'm not worried about being repetitive. We need to hear this again and again and again. We need to be encouraged to go forward with Him. So check out on my YouTube channel the live that we did from this past Thursday. It's called Let's Talk 2021. And I really encourage you to listen to it. On there, I talk about the necessary distinction that you must know between a goal and a desire so that you can get off of frustration cycles. I talk in there about, will you live free or feral? I talk in there about the things that come to cause us to not live in the guts and the glory. Because it is time, my friends, now. It's real-time engagement, okay? So if we're going to move forward with God, we've got to determine it is time. It is time for movement. Do not begin to own that you've got to shut down, lock down, live in such restrictions, okay? Don't do it. And stay leaned in to Him. This is where our greatest education will come from, right? This is where I'm leaned in. Remember, this is how Jesus learned. He learned obedience. It was not automatic pilot. This is not a time for formulas. This is not a time for moral rights and wrongs. You're going to have living, abiding fellowship with the Father to know what to do. So let's lean into Him and learn so that we can move freely about. Okay? So, how awesome. Look at everybody that's on here. This is so good. Hey, Greg in Iowa. Oh, hey, Ruann. Hey, Cornell and John and Eileen. Hey, everybody. Hey, Cheyenne and Heather and Gail. Got people in California, New Mexico, North Carolina, in Poland, all over. This is so fantastic. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron. We are so proud to know you. I love you. All right. And there's Magda Bhakta. Oh, Magda and Sophia. Oh, listen, Wynn and I are praying for you guys. We are going through with folks right now and just praying over them. People in so many different kinds of circumstances and situations. But listen to me carefully. God has a plan. And every bit of what I've just shared with you is ultimately so that God can get what God wants. There are things that God has set His heart upon having right now in this time in history. Will we be those who move with Him so that God can have what He desires through sons who want Him to have what He wants? I mean, come on, my friends. He has fed us so well. He has loved us and satisfied us so powerfully so that we can be freed up to walk with Him and walk with others. Oh my, these are the best days for us to be alive. We were made for these days. So I hope you'll share this with people. I hope that you'll be encouraged today.